Good morning, I'm Jesse with Three Little Goats Homestead, and it's starting to get cold. So that means I got to get going on winterizing this trailer and making sure that the propane heater's working, the backup to the backup, and any other thing I could think of to get ready for the winter season. So let's go check out what we got. All right, so we're going to put these styrofoam sheets under the trailer. I don't know if it helps, but I'd like to think it does.
With eyes that's been through life, it's so much easier to see who I am and who I wanna be. No, getting old don't bother me. Truth can be a bitter pill, but it'll do you right and set you free the way a lie never will. Like climbing up the steepest hill, but truth can be a bitter pill. That's the way it goes. Life will teach you what you need to know. And like the river flows, life will take you where you need to go. Teach you what you need to know. Ooh, like a river flows, life will take you where you need to go. And that's the way it goes. Life will teach you what you need to know. And like a river flows, life will take you where you need to go.
Alright, so we're not going to actually put any of this underneath this part of the house because it's an addition. So there's no water that runs underneath here, and it's actually solid in between the addition and the mobile home itself, so there's no wind getting in through that way. So we don't need to worry about this too much. Is there anywhere else that we need to put it?
We do need to put it on the trailer side, on the other side.
On the other side of the porch. So let's get that done.
All right, so now that we got all the styrofoam sheeting up, we're going to go back through and tape it up. Now, I don't know if I said this before, but this isn't to what do you call it? Insulate the house perfectly. It's actually just used as a windbreak. So we've noticed that the last year that we did this, we had no issues with frozen pipes. Now, the year before that, we had some issues with some frozen pipes just in the boys' bathroom. So we still had a bathroom and everything else, but we don't want to go through that again. So let's go ahead and get some tape up and go from there.
Yeah, the tape's expensive, but you know what's more expensive? A burst pipe.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I don't know. Fixing a PEX pipe isn't that expensive. But I don't like crawling under there. It's kind of tight down there.
Yeah, this side is.
Hmm?
Yeah, this side is.
Yep. Of course, it's not going to be where we're at, our bathroom.
We can just walk in.
Yep. Alrighty, now that the house has been wrapped, or I don't know what you call it, I gotta go take care of the well house. Stu! What are you doing, Stu? Alrighty, we're back in the well house, and all we gotta do is just plug this in right here. Now this portion, this outlet right here is actually on grid power, because that heat lamp right here takes a lot of watts. So if the grid happens to go down for any reason, we also have this on standby. But last year and the year before that, we never had an issue with it being too cold in here. It was always above freezing, so I've never seen that light go on. But it's nice to have just in case. So let's go back to the house and finish up the last part of what we do for winterizing. All right, now that we're getting back to the house, you probably already see these guys over here. So here we go. Alrighty, the crews started working on the concrete, and that's awesome. But we're gonna go ahead and continue on the stuff that I gotta do to finish up our winterization plan. Alright, no wasps. Alright, let's see if we can't fire this bad boy up. Oh, that's good. That's promising. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, and nice. We're burning some dog hair, too. It smells wonderful. Probably should have vacuumed that out. Well, she's running. It's hot. I'll let it run for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to take this apart and vacuum that out. Alright, for the last thing we got to do, we got to go into the shop. Alrighty, so we're in the area where we keep a lot of our milk stuff, and well, it's a sink. Underneath this sink, we've got a little heater to keep all this from freezing. So let's go ahead and get that set up with a thermocell. Alrighty, there it is. That's our little heater. Alrighty, we probably should test it before we put it back down under there. And it's called a thermocube. So we'll go ahead and plug that in. Find the on switch, which it is on. Wait till it heats up. There she is. She's already getting warm. What I like about this is it doesn't have like a crazy thermostat or anything. It actually, if you turn it on, it's on. Now if you tip it, turns off. Turns back on, turns off. And that's what we need. So then I'll go ahead and just plug it into that. When temperatures get below freezing, that thing turns on. Okay, so it's back in its place, and I'm sure the mice are gonna love it. That way they can stay nice and toasty warm this winter. And got one more thing I gotta test, and that'll be, I think that's it. And that little box of styrofoam works great. We didn't have any issues last year since we started using this. The first one was a huge, giant monstrosity of a thing that looked like a styrofoam refrigerator. But yeah, so we shortened it down and stuff, and we got to clear some stuff off of the sink while we're using for like cleaning stuff, like the milk equipment and stuff. But other than that, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because I hear
A cement truck.
I hear a cement truck. So I'm gonna hand you off to the wife to close it out.
I'm gonna do that. Ew, people. Alright, y'all. So, of course, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We put out videos every single week. And be sure to stick around because, obviously, we are in the midst of building a house. So, we'll see you guys in the next one.